Rounding. To round to one decimal place, look at the digit in the second decimal place. If it is between 5 and 9, round up. If it is between 0 and 4, round down. So what do we mean? In this example, we've got to round 6.571 to one decimal place. So the 5 is in the first digit after decimal place, but you actually look at the one after that. So we'll look at the 7. And because 7 is 5 and above, that means we're going to round up. So we're going to round the digit, the first one after decimal place, up from a 5 to a 6. So we get 6.6. In the second example, very, very similar. We've got 9 is in the digit in the first decimal place. But the second digit is a 7, and that's the one that tells you whether to round up or down. So because it is 7, we need to round up. But 9 can't go any higher, or it can. It goes up to 10. So that resets to 0, and the 6 becomes a 7 because you're going to add on 10 or 1.0. And that gives you 7.0. When rounding to 1 dp, you should always have your answer to one decimal place. So you shouldn't have any more numbers here, but equally you shouldn't have any less, like just 7. 7 is wrong, 7.00 is wrong, it must be 7.0. So let's look at these examples. We have to round 7.518 to one decimal place. So the digit after the first decimal place is a 1, which tells me to round down. So the 7.5 stays as 7.5. The next one, we have 6.983. The digit after the first decimal place is the 8, and that tells me to round the 9 up to a 10, which would make 7.0. If we're going to round to 2 decimal places, then we should go to the digit after the second decimal place, which is actually to 3 dp. And we look at that digit, which is a 7. So we've got our first 1 dp, 2 dp, and then we check the digit after the second decimal place. 7 means we round up, so that 3 changes, that 0.35 changes to a 0.36. And then the last one, to 2 dp, we look at the digit after the second decimal place, which is the 1, and that tells us to round down, so we keep it at 2.99. Significant figures. Significant figures are counted from the left. We do not count 0 as a significant figure unless there is a number before it. So here we've got the number 695. The first significant figure is the 6, so in the hundreds column. The second significant figure is in the tens column, it's 90 or 9. And the third significant figure is the 5 in the units column. For this one, excuse the arrows in their slightly wrong position, we've got 3 should be the first significant figure. The 0 is the second significant figure, even though it's a 0, because it's after a non-zero digit, it counts as a significant figure. And then the 7 is the third significant figure. If we look at this final one then, again, excuse these arrows, I'll explain. We've got, this doesn't count as a significant figure. This doesn't count as a significant figure. 9 is the first significant figure. And then every digit counts after that. So 1 is the second significant figure, and 5 is the third significant figure. So if we're going to round to one significant figure, we look at the second significant figure, and that tells us whether we round up or down. Between 5 and 9, round up. Between 0 and 4, we round down. So if we had 6.571, if we're going to one significant figure, then the first significant figure is in the units column, so we're rounding to the nearest unit. And to the nearest unit, we would get 7, because the 5 tells us to round up the 6 to a 7. In the next example, we've got 0.0249. To 2 significant figures, we need to go to the second significant figure, which is the 2, and then the number after it is a 9, which tells us to round up. So we're actually rounding there to 3 decimal places, or to the nearest thousandth. and that would be 0.043. 9 telling us to round the 2 up to a 3. Okay, let's try some examples. You can pause the video and have a go yourself, or listen on. So we're going to round to one significant figure. The first significant figure is in the hundreds column, so we're going to round to the nearest 100. And after the hundreds column is the 4, so we're going to round that up. Round that down. So to the nearest 100, that is 100. 7.51, the first significant figure is in the units column, so we're rounding to the nearest unit. And after the units column, we've got the 5. So the 5 tells us that we need to round up. So the 7 rounds up to an 8. And part C, we've got 0.0573. The first significant figure is in the hundredths column, so we're rounding to the nearest hundredth, or 2dp. The digit after that is 7, and that means we round up. So we've got 0.06. Example 4, round to two significant figures. 29.57. The second significant figure is the 9 in the units column, so we're rounding to the nearest unit. The digit after the nearest unit is the 5, which tells us to round up, so that would make the 9 go to a 10, and we'd have the answer 30. Part B, 9.3814. The second significant figure is the 3. The digit after the 3 is an 8, so we're rounding to the nearest tenth, or 1dp, and because of the 8, we're rounding up to get 9.4. Part C, 0.00672. The second significant figure is the 7, so it's the number after that, the 2, which tells us to round down, so that stays as 0.0067. And then the three significant figures, we've got 3,507. The third significant figure is the 0, which is in the tens column, so we're rounding to the nearest 10. The digit after the tens column is 7, which tells us to round up, so we get 3510, or 3,510. Part B, 3.009. The three significant figures, that's the third significant figure is in the hundredths column, this one here. So we're rounding to the nearest hundredth, or to 2dp. The digit after that is the 9, and that gives us 3.01. Finally, part C, 0.002439. The third significant figure is the 3. The number after it is the 9, and 9 tells us to round up, so that 3 will change to a 4. 0.00244. Excuse the writing here.